Alrighty, what's going on everybody, my name is Blitzwing and it is time to continue our WWE TLC 2012 predictions, and this time, it is time to discuss, boom boom boom, Kofi Kingston defending his Intercontinental Championship against the one and only Wade Barrett with a Barrett barrage. Horrible attempt at an accent there, so yeah, I'll just punch myself for that. Ouch, that hurt. But today we're going to be discussing the Intercontinental title. Kofi Kingston, of course, is going to be defending against Wade Barrett. Now, the thing is that a lot of people started to say that Wade Barrett is going to win. Wade Barrett is going to become a champion and then use this Intercontinental Championship to eventually transition into the main event spot. That being said, I do not think that it is going to happen because I just feel like with Wade Barrett, he's really one of those talents that's like almost like forever gonna be stuck in the mid-tier. Like, it just feels to me that he has never, ever since he has come back, he hasn't done anything that has been spectacular. You know what I mean? Like, he's had good matches and everything, but he hasn't gone on that one big interesting feud. This could potentially have been that feud, but I mean, look where it's gotten him. Kind of, you know, like, still Kofi is ahead of him almost in positioning and everything. And it just feels to me like be it our external circumstances or stuff that he himself contributes to, he's never going to make it to the main event spot. I think that him and John Cena, that whole feud is about the highest we're ever going to see Wade Barrett go. I think he could potentially become a World Heavyweight Champion, but not anytime soon. Maybe long term. And look, I'm not saying that I don't like Wade Barrett. I think Wade Barrett is a super talented guy and everything, but I just feel like something with him is not clicking. And then when he was kind of starting to, like, you know, here he is, he's got all this momentum, and then boom, he gets cut off at all that momentum gets cut off when he gets injured. And that's really, I mean, like, it's not dependent on him, but it's just like, unfortunately, there's all these things that are always preventing him from hitting that stride and hitting that next level, you know? So to me, unfortunately, as much as a lot of people would love to see Wade Barrett champion, I do not see that happening, and I see Kofi Kingston being able to retain his Intercontinental Championship here on WWE TLC. I think that it will be a great wrestling match. I think that Kofi has been very solid in the last few months already, where he's been delivering on pay-per-view, he's been delivering on TV, just putting on really solid wrestling matches. And as I said with my United States Championship prediction, I think that we are going to see Kofi Kingston versus Antonio Cesaro eventually, trying to unite maybe the Intercontinental and the US Championship, or in a title versus title matchup eventually. So that's why I feel like they've kind of been starting to plant those seeds. You know, that we've had all these different matches where the two champions have interacted. So that's why I feel like the seeds have been planted, and it's a kind of like a matter of time until they're going to keep kind of watering the seeds until eventually we are going to see these two go at it full blast, and we're going to have a full-on rivalry between the two. But in order for that to be effective, both of these champions have to be built up strong. That way, when we get to the eventual matchup between the two, let's say at WrestleMania, both titles matter equally and both titles have a value, because for the last few years, both of these titles have had very little value and meant very little to the company, meant very little to the fans. So now, to me, it's like their opportunity is to grow these titles, use these really talented guys in Antonio Cesaro and Kofi Kingston, and help grow the titles to a valuable point to where holding that belt means that eventually you are going to be a main eventer, like it was many years ago, where being the Intercontinental Champion usually indicated that next step would be becoming the world champion, or next step will be contending for the world title. It was almost like a #1 contender's belt. So that's what I would want these belts to go back to, and considering that they've got two very talented guys to hold those belts, now is the perfect time to do so. So all that being said, again, I'm not trying to bash Wade Barrett. I think he's super talented, and he will eventually, hopefully, become a World Heavyweight Champion. I just feel like right now, at this point in time, Kofi Kingston is better, and Kofi Kingston wins and retains his title here on WWE TLC. That being said, I'd love to hear what you guys think in the comment section below. Who is going to be winning this particular matchup? Is Kofi going to walk out Intercontinental Champion or not? And of course, if you could please subscribe, share the video, favorite the video, that would be greatly appreciated as well. All that being said, make sure to check out all my other WWE TLC 2012 prediction videos.